Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we all doing? Welcome to week 5 of Couch to Out with me, Yoga with Scott. Hope everyone's doing very well. I have to mention, if you enjoy the session, then like and share. If you don't, then don't tell anyone. Hope you really do enjoy it though. So we're going to get straight into it as we have been the past few weeks, just with a little bit of breath awareness. Now we're going to start seated like this. If that is uncomfortable, then just extend your legs. All right? What we want to try and find is a tall spine, not a straight one. There are 4 natural curves in the spine, so good luck straightening it. Okay? So you want to feel like the hips are kind of tilting forwards in this position. Just relax your shoulders, you can roll them back maybe a couple of times if you want to, and then just let them drop. Now the hands can come onto the knees or into the lap. That is absolutely fine, whatever you want to do. Now from here, if you might find that you've got a bit of a hunch in the back. What I tend to do, I like to put my hand on my heart and I kind of push my hand away with the heart. Can you see what's happening there? I'm just raising the rib cage a little bit. Okay. Now, as well, people have this habit of sort of dipping their head. So get your index finger, one of your hands, and just press that head back. Okay, so there's no tension in the neck, just let it go. But the head is perfectly balanced on top of your spinal column. All right? Okay, you should feel those sit bones in the floor, bones that you sit on. If you like, you can close your eyes, or it's up to you. You can gaze at a point in front of you and forward. Entirely up to you. You might want to half close the eyes. But it's good to just close them because that way you're eliminating 80% of the brain stimuli. So most of it is visual. So that actually it's easier to take the attention inside the body, or in this case on our breath. All right? So close the eyes and breathe in through the nostrils and out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nostrils and out through the mouth. And in through the nostrils and out through the mouth. And just keep going at your own pace. Just see if you can put a pause in between the inhale and exhale. Just noticing the length of the breath, the depth. And just seeing if the body can rest a little bit. Couple more breaths here. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And keeping the eyes closed or gazing where you're gazing, just relax the breath so you can breathe however you like. Now if you want to breathe in through the mouth or just through the nose, that's fine. But I want you to take the attention back into the body. So how do you feel physically today? How do you feel emotionally today? Just notice. You don't have to overthink it. Just stay with whatever you've got. You might feel a bit tense, that's fine. We're not trying to change anything. Just notice. When you're ready, open the eyes if they are closed. It's a bit of an odd question to ask yourself, isn't it? How am I feeling? Because you think you know all the time, but sometimes you'll close your eyes and something will come up. You'll have like a feeling somewhere that you didn't realise you had. And that particular process is called mindfulness. You've probably heard of mindfulness. I know there are other classes that are available to you for mindfulness. Mindfulness is just awareness. It's a massive word that's used to sell stuff. And really it's free. Awareness is free. Okay? So all it is, it's becoming aware of your body, becoming aware of your emotions, it's becoming aware of your thoughts. Because once you become aware of them, it's kind of like there's a buffer in between, so you're separating your awareness from what's actually going on in the body. All right? Okay, let's start. Enough of all that. So, right hand's going to come down. Right hand's going to come down. Your right hand. I know it looks a bit different on here. All we're going to do for me is going to take a little bit of a reach up and over. A little bit of a reach up and over. So we're starting just to warm up the shoulder. Might make a few funny noises. Mine is this morning. I haven't done my yoga practice yet. That'll be why. And this is the first one of the day. Now on the next exhale, and just reach over. Now, from here, you want to keep the chest square, so you don't want to let the shoulder come in like that. Bit of a different stretch. We're going to take care of that in a bit. We want to feel the side stretching from here. Okay, so don't worry about having a straight arm necessarily, but you want to feel relatively tall in the spine, so you want to feel like it's just a side bend. Inhale here. Exhale, reach up and over. Left hand's going to come down. Ooh. And now we're going to take a shoulder roll on this side. Nice and easy, doesn't it? Nice and slow. I hope everyone is dealing with their lockdown in a nice way, a kind way for yourself. I know it's not easy, is it? No one has ever done this before. Exhale, we're going to reach that right hand over. Keep that chest nice and square. It's an odd time. And the uncertainty makes people behave in very many different ways, because it activates a part of the brain called the amygdala, the fear center. And when the fear center is activated, lots of strange and odd behaviors come out. So I hope that you're using these sessions as kind of a balm for the mind, because it does help just to take this time for yourself. Roll yourself up. Whoa. Okay, we're going to come forward here now. Don't worry if you can't come down as far as me. That's not necessarily the aim. We're going to bring the heart forward. We're going to see if we can walk the hands forward. Now you might just be here, okay? We might see if we can come a little bit further down. Ooh, now it might be first thing in the morning for you, whenever you're doing this. It is for me. So don't overdo it. Go nice and easy, okay? And then drop that head right at the end. Breathe in easy. If you want to have a bit of a move from side to side, you can. Get to see my new lockdown hairstyle. Normally I have it much shorter than this, but hey, I'll tell you what, bald people won't be complaining, will they? What hairdressers? No worries at all. Oh, but for all us poor people with hair, we've got to deal with all this stuff, haven't we? Now let's walk the hands over to the left. Just nice and easy. You might be all the way up here, that's fine, doesn't matter. But we're getting this sort of part of the back on the right hand side here. We're going to drop the head. Oh. Just breathe. And we're going to walk the hands all the way over to the right. Like I said, don't overcook this one. Don't overcook it, just do what feels good. Okay, then drop the head right at the end. Might feel a nice big pull in that back. Some of these stretches are the stretches that you didn't even realise you needed. Oh. Just remember that breath all the way through. We're staying connected. The thing is about yoga is because we're moving around, sometimes it hurts, it does pull you back into the present. And that's the whole point of mindfulness again. That buzzword, that marketing buzzword, mindfulness. Oh. And let's walk the hands back to the top. Fingertips in. It's going to change the stretch a little bit and drop the head. Sometimes we just focus on the pain, don't we? If we feel a bit of a stretch. If there's any sharp pains, of course, get right out. Get right out. And let's walk these hands back, roll up the spine. Oh, it was all right that, weren't it? Let's swap these legs over, do it all again. Here we go. So, right hand comes out. Left hand's going to have a little bit of a reach over. You can do a shoulder roll again if you want to. Remember, like we're still warming up really, aren't we? And that left hand's going to reach over. Now, if you want to take it a little bit further, you can do. I like to just get my elbow on the floor. You might be nowhere near. Don't worry, it's fine. But just try and keep your sit bones on the floor and don't lean back like this. You want to still want to be upright. So breathe for 3, 2, 1, inhale. Exhale, roll yourself all the way up and over. The left hand's going to come down now. And we're going to reach the right hand over. If you want to just take that shoulder roll again, feel absolutely free to do so. And on your next exhale, reach up and over. You don't have to get this elbow down. It's up to you, but keep that chest nice and square. And just breathe here. Ooh, feel that big stretch, those ribs opening. Intercostal muscles between the ribs having a good open. For 3, 2, 1, inhale. Exhale, roll up. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, let's go forward again. So, walking the hands forward first. Forward first. And then drop that head. Ooh. And see if you can relax those shoulders. Send the breath to the areas that feel the most tense. Don't necessarily expect them to just give way, but use your breath. Use your breath. Okay, let's walk these hands out to the left. To your left, not my left, because I know my left looks like your right. I know, it's crazy. Crazy the way that my phone works. Drop your head. Just breathe, that's all you need to do. And let's walk the hands all the way around and to the right. Whoa, dropping that head in again, just relaxing, releasing as much as we can. It's one of those things, you can't force relaxation. It doesn't work like that. You can't really force yoga, it doesn't work. It's one of those where the less effort you put in, the better you'll do, really, truly. And let's walk these hands back to the top. Whoa. Fingertips in. Drop that head. And tuck that chin in as you roll up the spine, walk the head up, walk the hands up. Oh, and up we come. Oh, it feels nice, that, doesn't it? Okay, so you stay where you are. I'm just going to come to the back of the room so I can show you. Because from here, we're going to come into a swan. Okay, so we've done this a few times before. The feet are going to come together at the back, and I want you to push that tailbone straight back. So the knees can either be together or open, whatever feels good. Walk the hands forward, open the fingers, drop the head. Just breathe here. Feel those sides lengthening, push that tailbone back. Feel the shoulders relax if you can, feel those armpits stretching. Oh. Let the belly go. No one needs to suck the belly in this position, you can just let it go. No one's going to see. Okay, let's roll onto our knees. We're just going to warm up with a little downward dog. I'm just going to tuck myself in first, otherwise you're going to see a little bit too much of me. So, hands at the top of the mat, shoulder width. Can you see my toes? They're already tucked in. So they're at the back of the mat. What I want to do from here, I'm going to press the hands in and bring the tailbone all the way up and back. Now, from here you can have bent knees, but can you see my back there? I guarantee a bunch of you you'll be doing it this way, yeah? And you'll feel weight in your wrists. I don't want you to feel much weight in those wrists at all. So really, bend the knees, let the legs be like springs as you push that tailbone back and sink the heart. Okay, you want to feel a nice lengthening in the spine. Imagine that I've got my hand on your back and I'm pushing it towards the back of the room. You're going to have to use your imagination for this one. And from here, we're going to take a bit of a heel walk. We're going to go nice and slow though, so we're walking the heels up and down one by one. So we don't want anyone doing any Usain Bolt sprinting on the spot, okay? You want to take it nice and easy. And when we take it nice and easy like this, we can feel what's going on a little bit more. So as you press the heel back and down, you're feeling the Achilles tendon stretching, the calf muscles stretching, back to the knees, up into the hamstrings. Oh. And then if you want to, you can see if you can straighten the legs. Now what tends to happen is, if you're not used to doing that, people will try and straighten them, but the weight will come forward here like that. And I don't want that. I'd rather you have bent knees and push the tailbone back. You want a nice sliding spine. But I've been doing this a little while, so I'm going to see if I can just take my legs straight and keep that spine nice and long. Now from here, I want you to raise the right foot nice and high. I want you to point the toes, open the hip at the top. I know it's quite high, this, you might not get quite as high, it's fine. And then we're going to slowly drop that right foot back and down. Very good, lovely. We're going to reach the left foot nice and high now. So inhale. Exhale, reach it all the way up, opening the hip at the top, pointing the toes, straightening the leg. And slowly bring that back down. Whoa. Back to downward dog, just for a second. Then we're going to drop the knees and have a little sit on those heels. Ooh, who can feel that in their wrists? Do you want to give them a little bit of a roll? Just a little bit of a roll, and then the opposite way. Give them a shake. Okay, so from here, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. What we're going to do now, we're going to look at cat and cow. I'm pretty sure we've done this before. As soon as I've done one of these videos, I just forget what I've done. So apologies if we're going over something again that you already know. But it's good to do that, it's good to do that. So we're going to bring the tailbone in for cat. So can you see what's happening here? I'm going to bring my tailbone in, I'm going to suck my belly button in. It's pushing my spine away. Now, I want to keep my arms with a micro bend in the elbows, so I don't want to lock them out necessarily. But I am going to push the hands into the floor. And then the chin comes in, last of all. It should be a really nice spinal stretch, this. So breathe easy. So even though we're sucking the belly button in, keep it sucked in, but breathe normally. It's a funny feeling, isn't it? Ooh, breathe. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to go into cow, okay? So we're going to push the tailbone back. We always lead with the tailbone in these two. So you push that back, and then you open the shoulders, and then it's like the heart wants to come forward and through. Relax the shoulders, and then bring the chin up. Oh, so really stretching that throat. Can you see I've got that dip in my lower back? I want to make sure that that's there. Oh, and we're just going to alternate between the two now. So inhale, exhale, leading with the tailbone, come into your cat. Squeeze that belly button in, chin comes in. Inhale here, exhale, cow. Lengthen the spine. So we're curling it and then lengthening it in this position. It's a nice feeling. Inhale, exhale, slow, go into cat. Squeeze the belly button in when you're in cat. You can let it go in cat. You can let it go in cat. Ooh, inhale. Exhale. Back to our lovely cow. So push that tailbone back. Chin up. You should feel those ribs opening a little bit. Oh. 2 and 1. Neutral spine. We're going to sit on these heels. Yeah, so we're going to sit right on them. Just stay here for a minute because this might feel like quite a stretch to you already. So we're kind of stretching the knees, the tops of the feet here, okay? So if it gets too uncomfortable, just back off a little bit, all right? But if you can hold it, then good. Just stay here for a second, just breathe. A lot of people take this stretch for granted. A lot of people do. It might feel quite easy to you, I hope it does. I know if you run, it won't be that nice. Probably feel it in your feet and all kinds of horrible places. Now, hands are going to come behind here. This is a very simple stretch. All I want you to do is push the heart up. That's it. Now, if you feel comfortable, you're going to inhale and exhale, take the gaze back. Nice and slow though. You might not feel comfortable doing that. If you don't, just look forward and open the chest. You want to really open the shoulders and push the heart up. Okay? For 3, 2, 1, slowly push yourself up. Ooh. Okay, we're going to have a little look. One of our final little postures now. And we're going to have a look at a standing posture called Warrior 1, okay? There are 3 warriors in yoga. This is Warrior 1. So, come into downward facing dog forming. So the hands are going to come forward. Toes in, inhale. Exhale, push that tailbone up and back. Now, you can have bent knees. That's absolutely fine. We're going to reach the right foot nice and high, point the toes. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to try and swing that foot all the way to the top of the mat. Now, it might get stuck sort of round about there. Just give it a shove. It'll go up. Now, turn the back foot so the heels are in line with each other. And I want you to press yourself up this way. So we're going to keep that front knee bent. Really press the feet in, especially that back foot. So you want to really press that left heel back. Now square the chest and reach the hands up. Relax the shoulders and then look up right at the end if you feel comfortable. For 3, 2, 1. Good. Hands into prayer. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Turn the back foot. Come back into downward dog. Now if you want to walk the heels up and down, you can. It's absolutely fine. And let's go for the other side. So press the heels back and down. Reach the left foot nice and high on the inhale. And exhale, kick that foot, swing that foot to the top of the mat. Give it a shove if it gets stuck. They do sometimes, I know. Now line the heels up by turning that back foot. Whatever you do, don't let that left hip go out. I forgot to mention that on the other side. So don't let it go out, you want to keep it sucked in. Press the feet in. Raise the chest. We should feel like we can square the hips and the chest here. Keep that front knee bent, inhale. Exhale, reach the hands up. Relax the shoulders. For 3, 2, and 1. Lovely, hands into prayer, inhale. Exhale, hands down, turn the back toes. Downward facing dog. Walk the heels up and down if you want to. Or just settle in for a nice big stretch. Ooh. Pushing that tailbone up and back, breathing. 3, 2, 1. Drop those knees. We're going to push back to our swan again. So feet together, push the tailbone back. Walk the hands forward, drop the head. We're going to relax here now for a breath or two, just before we finish. Now, just to finish here, in your swan, take the right hand underneath the left shoulder. We're going to do something called threading the needle. Now, if you can, just drop the right side of the head onto the mat and look underneath the left shoulder. Untwist, right hand forward. Left hand underneath the right shoulder now. Come on to that left ear. Oh. Just breathe easy here. And untwist back to a regular swan. Ooh. And let's walk these hands back. Roll the head up. Oh. Let's take a little sit down. Lovely, well done. If you managed to follow that all the way through, probably the hardest one we've done. Doing those big dog splits and warrior one, it's quite a taxing posture. So don't worry if you find any of these things challenging, just go easy at your own pace. And make sure you've got plenty of room, obviously. Try and eliminate your distractions as best you can, if you're at home or wherever you are. Now, let's finish with a little bit of breath awareness. Okay, we're gonna do something called triangle breathing. Triangle breathing, okay? So you wanna find that position that we had at the start. Whatever that was, if you've got extended legs, if you had extended legs at the start, do that. Or if it was just like me, sit cross legs. So again, if you feel like you've got a hunch in that back, hand on the heart, and push the hand away. So you're gonna push it up, yeah? Hands can be wherever you want them to be. Remember, chin. You're gonna move the head so it's right on top of that spine. Okay, now triangle breathing. You're breathing in on a count of 3, then straight out for a count of 3, and then you pause for a count of 3. So you inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, pause, 1, 2, 3, and you repeat the process again. All right. So if you want to, you can close your eyes, or you can just gaze forward and down at a point that's not moving. If you want to roll the shoulders back again, you can. You might feel a bit different now in this position than you did before, because we've had a nice little warm up. And whenever you're ready, you're going to start. You're going to breathe in 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Hold, 1, 2, 3. In, 2, 3. Out, 2, 3, pause, 2, 3, in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, pause, 2, 3, in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, pause, 2, 3. Continue at your own pace. Keep the eyes closed, just release that breathing pattern now, breathe normally and just notice what's going on in the body. Don't worry if you feel tense still, if you don't feel great, that's fine, just notice. We're not necessarily trying to change our experience, we're just trying to become more aware of it. That's the whole point. And from there, we're going to softly open those eyes. I'm going to see if we can just rub the hands a little bit. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Okay. All right, fantastic work, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. Again, if you did enjoy, feel free to like and share. And let's close this with a namaste. So hands into prayer at the chest. Namaste to you. Well done. Fantastic work. And I will see you next week for installment number 6. Take care. Have a great week. Bye for now.